January the 7th, 2025 to order at 6:01 p.m. We'll do roll call. Sean?
I'm here.
Here.
Mark? Brad?
Here.
Here. Ashley?
Here.
Steve? Larry? Brad? And 16 people in the audience. This time we'll have the invocation with Alicia and the prayer with Sean. However y'all want to do.
I got you, girl. Dear Heavenly Father, I just want to thank you for this day that you've given us, Lord, and thank you for all the blessings and just watching over our families that get through the holidays. Lord, I just ask that you watch over us and guide us and do the best for our community, Lord. I give you all the praise and the glory. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, ladies.
You gonna pray one?
Yes, she is. Okay, additions, deletions, corrections to the agenda.
Yes, I have laid on the table in front of you there. Like to insert it that item 5A is the city hired Pickett and Associates LLC to come over and do an electrical review of the new elementary school and the bus barn. And that report is attached, that item there. So introduce that as item, if I can, 5A.
Okay,
Motion to approve.
Second.
any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. That'll become 5A. Beth, are y'all gonna present? Okay, then I'd like to move the school into, if y'all don't mind, into 5B.
I'll move. Second.
Motion by Mark, seconded by Brad. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Mhm.
Okay. Any further discussion or approval? Yep. Okay, seeing none. Item 4, discuss and approve the following meeting minutes. December 17th, 2024 regular meeting.
Motion to approve December 17th, 2024.
Motion by Mark,
Second.
seconded by Sean. Any discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Item number 5, award holiday decorating contest winners, Mrs. Krosky.
Here. You remember the order?
No, I gotta get my email.
Hold on.
You got it?
Yeah.
Just call the name, just call them up. Just come up and check. Okay, first place is gonna be Miss Gloria Hernandez. Address is 214 Pinecrest Avenue. You're welcome. Second place will be Miss Frances Bright.
Not here.
She's not here. Okay. And third place will be Miss Martha Garcia on 206 Oakmont Avenue.
Congratulations.
Okay, thank you. All right, 5A, Mr. Tibbs.
The city reached out to Pickett and Associates under our professional services agreement, and had Ed Whipper, their electrical engineer, come in and review for the new elementary school and the bus barn and the loads associated with those two locations. His report is attached here. like I said, he did review the existing configuration, proposed new loads. And yeah, basically the two recommendations that he came up with was that they recommended we change the fuses at the 10th Street Northwest and Cactus Avenue from 65 amp to 80 amp KS. Is that in progress? Or?
We've been talking about it this morning. We'll do it, when it comes on. That's a pretty simple process. It'll take about 20 minutes.
So basically, this is the report, like I said, from the engineer and what. From the starts. So, any questions or any?
So I'm gathering from what I read that we've got plenty of power for them.
Yeah.
We're not going to be short.
I am glad that we had the engineer come in and look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, ask for motion to accept his report.
So moved.
Motion by Mark to accept Pickett and Associates report. Seconded by Sean. All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries. Item 5B, Dr. Barfield or representative? All right.
Okay, excuse me. But, first of all, this is kind of an exciting day because, 1 year from today, we should have students in the new elementary school. We're looking at actually moving our things into the new elementary school during the month of December. And we should be starting classes like as of today, next year. So very exciting. So just to show you the progress of what's going on with the building and the bus garage, here's a drone video that every month. You can see that we're about 14 foot high with block on one section and almost a second section. The third section on the far side, on the north side, where the cafeteria and the cafetorium will be, that is going to be poured actually Thursday. Right now, you're looking at where the PE area is at. Now where the current bus garage is, that's going to be a retention pond. The north of the current bus garage, that's going to be the parent entrance and exit. Now we're coming up on the bus garage itself. You're looking at retention pond first. The bus garage itself is going to be about the same size as the current bus garage. It's going to be brand new, of course. You can see there are 7 electric buses that are parked on the north side of that area. There's also going to be parking for 8 diesel buses on the east side. We're looking at pouring footers for the bus garage next week, pouring the floor the week after, and then by the end of January, the new steel building will be coming in and they'll be erecting it. And we're hoping to have it all in place by March. It's moving fast right now, moving very fast. We're waiting on a shipment of steel right now, and that's supposed to come in at the end of January. And the steel post will actually go in the middle where you see the concrete floor where it's flat right now, a very little block. That's going to be the main entrance of the school. And above that will be the media center. So it needs a little more structure there. The steel also will allow us to pour the second floor and move up. And once that happens, things will start happening very quickly. I'd asked Steve Dobbs to come tonight. I gave him the wrong time. I've had on my calendar, it was a 7 o'clock meeting, not a 6 o'clock meeting. And when I found out it was 6 o'clock 15 minutes ago, I called him and he was sitting eating dinner. But I had asked him about a concern that the council had about the lift station. Right now, we're going to be doing a lot of improvements to the lift station. We're waiting on just getting with the city's engineer and getting some final pieces to that so we can cost that out and get that started. Any questions?
I think you're making great progress.
Yeah, we're coming along very well. We're very happy with the project. We're under budget right now, which is fantastic as well. But we're working with a very, very good company, and they're staying right on schedule.
My wife and I rode by the other day, kind of 14 guys laying blocks.
Oh, yeah? Yeah,
So they were getting it.
they're doing a great job. Just wanted to keep you informed on the progress. And I was gonna come to the last meeting, and I guess it kind of happened a little too quick, so that's why we came now. But anytime you want us to come, we'd love to show you the drone footage, and you can see how it's moving forward. All right?
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Report of officers. Larry?
The legislative delegation presentation is tomorrow at 3:30 in the county chambers. We'll be presenting our projects for the upcoming legislative session. That's still the water treatment plant expansion improvements, the advanced metering system, the smart meters, and the expansion of the marina seawall for the CCPWA, which is we'll make a separate presentation. We still have the wastewater treatment plant as the expansion, as the improvements is the number one project. At 5 p.m. Tomorrow afternoon, I think there's going to be it's supposed to be a public workshop on the water storage issues at the Doyle Connor Center. I know that's still on schedule.
Is it the Doyle Connor building or cause I've heard one time it's the Doyle Connor building, then I heard no, they've moved it back to the courthouse, so.
I've heard that too, but when I checking today, they're still saying they're gonna try to have.
Well, when I've been asked, I've told the Doyle Connor building, cause that's what we were told, but.
And I think they expressed before that they had more capacity, the county commission
That
was
was-
not
yeah.
that large. So that, a lot more capacity at the Doyle Connor.
Yeah.
So I mean, if I hear something else tomorrow, I'll try to get the word out by if there is a change.
Okay.
But the lead service water line inventory, like I said, as we mentioned before, the deadline for the state has been extended to February 12th. The approval of December 30th at the special meeting, the council did approve that citywide GIS mapping proposal. That was forwarded over to Craig A. Smith today, so they should be starting on that project, and the lead line inventory will be the first priority they work on to that deadline. But like I said, so that project will be, I mean, they should be kicking off. I sent it over to them today, so as soon as they get their folks out here to start, they will. So I had attached a copy of an email when I sent it out from the Granger Group, and they have indicated that they were the company that was several years ago interested in developing that 8.6 acre parcel marina that's across from where the city's parcel is. They have indicated they're under contract to purchase that property, and they're supposed to close on Tuesday. So they had stopped by on Monday just to say, they were in town just to say that, like I said, they were looking to purchase that property. So they're obviously, if they get that piece of property, they're going to be interested in developing it, and they'll be coming back with some proposed plans and ideas for what they can do there. They also indicated they may be looking at trying to get the city's parcel there, and also the ones that Blades Electric have to do some kind of combine that to do some kind of a project also. But like I said, all this is in the planning stage. Obviously, they're going to come back to here at some point in time to try to workshop and a public workshop on getting ideas on what, what to do with that piece, that property. That was the original, I think, the original looked at trying to put a hotel in there, but obviously we know that that's not we cannot, meet the demand for a hotel kind of thing. So they obviously are going to come up with some kind of toned down proposal to develop over there. They also indicated they're looking at purchasing the piece of property that's supposed to be going back on the market this month, the White House over here.
Didn't he just sell the other day? I mean, within the last 2 or 3 months?
He has not had
Well, yeah.
property, it's been probably a little longer, but he hasn't had it too long, but there's indications he's supposed to be putting it on the market
Wow.
this month, so. But anyway, I just want to pass on that news, said they apparently, this company, I guess is serious about purchasing the property, I guess it's a good price. And more to come on it, hopefully, like I said, to see some movement in the marina. And I think that's it.
Does anybody got anything for Larry?
Did you hear anything else about, Connexon with the new bid that they?
No, last time I got any correspondence from Leslie was on December 19th, and she said they were working on it. And I hope to turn it back. So I usually give her every couple of weeks, so I'll just probably the week, I'll follow up with her and see where they're at.
Yeah, sure.
Larry, have we heard anything any more on the paving, street paving
For
around town that,
The resurfacing?
yeah, the resurfacing, thank you.
you mean for this year's grant?
Yes,
No, they have not released anything.
okay,
We still have the 3 small projects for the school that was aware a couple of years ago. Those, we should be getting with that, we filed the RFQ for design for them to approve, and then after that, we'll issue proposals to try to get someone to pay those 3 small streets that we awarded here a couple of years ago. But we have not heard anything from the latest releases on
Okay.
this year's Scott servicing.
okay, thank you, sir.
And just to follow up on that, we may, at some point in time, want to have a workshop on streets, because like I said, we do have that funding that came back from the county kind of thing to look at, maybe come up with priority on what street work we want to do. But,
Yeah. I noticed Fifth Street there from the old Challeneca grounds back to R is starting to get worn. So,
Every place there's a water pipe underneath it.
yeah. All right, thank you, Larry. Steve?
I don't have much, just continuing to work on changing the code enforcement procedure over to the administrative format that we had talked about. Richard Pringle, I'll have to follow up with him, but he was to try to contact Department or Division of Administrative Hearings to ask whatever questions he thought was pertinent. So I tried to contact him over the holiday, but I'll follow up with him tomorrow. And then on just CAPFA related, I had sent Ashley yesterday, we had went ahead and trademarked the CAPFA logo. And so I sent what it was, the registration through a U.S. Trademark Office. So now they'll do a review. If they have any questions, or they may reject it or accept it. Hopefully they'll accept it, but it's officially a record as of the filing, which was yesterday. So that's all I have.
Do you make anything for Steve? Okay. Thank you, Steve. Mrs. Ashley?
I don't have anything.
Anybody have anything for Ashley? How are you going with the audit?
I just got back from vacation yesterday, and we've got the first 3 months of the year completely reconciled now. The first month was a nightmare, but we got that one, and the other ones seem to be falling pretty close into into place now.
So do you think we're gonna be done by January the 17th?
I don't think so.
I will start preparing the letter to.
Yeah, we had already talked about
give
that.
them a new, if we don't meet the 15th, we'll give them a new target date.
The girl that's helping me, she actually just sent over all of her remarks for the January one. So hopefully if those all pan out, I'll have that one done tomorrow. So we'll move on to the
The
next.
state does understand the
Yes,
problems here, right?
Yes, he's sent over stuff to him. I've sent over stuff to him. And USDA is aware as well.
I'll draft a letter for you to sign.
Alright.
You send up there,
Well,
later this week.
I want y'all to understand that is priority.
Mhm.
Nothing comes before getting these audits done.
I know.
Okay.
I've been
I
working
hope
on it.
y'all don't mind me saying that, but that priority.
You're the mayor.
Well, I'd also talked to Ashley a little bit about it, and I know it's, when you're in the office, it's hard to focus, especially when you're trying to do the numbers. I know she's trying to work at home, so I was encouraging her to, you don't see her, you think she's necessarily not working, but she is working, but I want her to get it done too, because Angela's also asked about that, so we need to focus on letting her get that done.
The times I have worked from home is what has helped me get as far as we've gotten this far.
Well,
So.
if we even have to move you in here to get it done, make that happen.
Okay.
Does anybody got anything for Ashley? Okay, thank you, Ashley.
Mhm.
Glad you could be here tonight. Brad?
On the topic of the school down there, EHC, one of the contractors was down there, gonna be shut down 10th Street Thursday. Much all day. They may have it shut down a little bit Friday. They're gonna put their storm drain, catch basin in and pipe and sewer pipe and stuff. For the tap. So that's gonna be a mess down there for the afternoon pickup, and they're gonna start after the morning pickup for the kids, but the afternoon pickup may be a little messy down there. But it's something that.
Where are they gonna start shutting it down at? By the post office, where
Yeah,
they be
we
able
shut down there at the apartments. They shut down there in front of the administration. Hopefully they can get it all done in a day. I think they can, but it's not easy. They can more than they can.
Have the school been notified?
School has been notified. On that topic with the school, bring up a thing with Ed, with the electrician, the engineer, electricity engineer. We'll change those fuses out. Like I said, it's not a big job. Backing it out, changing the fuse barrel. That can be done any time before the school comes online. Any time to do that. New flood pump or rebuilt flood pump back in more on the side of town here. We're gonna be working on the sprinkler. We do have all the material for it, working with James Taylor, gonna let me borrow one of his, or use one of his walk behind trenchers. Those are hard to rent if you don't. Think they want to rent this on a track and make a mess. So
Mhm.
as soon as I get that from him, we'll put that in. We'll actually probably put the boxes and meters in tomorrow. And we'll try to get a burn permit. Fire department will get a burn permit for that stuff that we cleaned up down on Tobias. It's dry enough now, we can get it piled up and burn.
Did the fire department say they'd help you?
I tried to call Angie, didn't not get a response from her. I'll have to reach out to somebody that burn permit. She and pilot up a little better than burn. Something needs to be done. They spend a lot of time and effort down there. Make sure that's done. Not really. Look, on the CCWA type stuff, the pressure should be in this week. I think they're that weather up north, they should be here. They've already sent me some of the parts and hoses and stuff that go to meet the pressure that we ordered for the wastewater plant. And I had to call Vernon Smalls in today. We've got some electrical issues out there. Stuff underground, burn up, chemicals and rust, and it's 35, 40 years old. But y'all as a city board know there's a lot of money and maintenance that needs to be put in out there. I know y'all heard it before, it's Band-Aid and patching is getting old. He get out there and I told him to fix what he can.
I mean, the question I have though is, and I've said this before, is has he come up with some sort of list, a maintenance log or list? Because it seems like it's always after the fact,
Mhm.
there's a
Yeah.
problem. And it's like, oh yeah, there's a problem, as opposed to here's,
I mean, the plan is working.
no, I understand, but it's always like,
You use a crane and it burns up something over there on another
I
panel.
understand, but it seems to me like
Yeah.
there's not proactive maintenance.
Yeah, Greg has developed a list of things that need to be addressed and fixed. He has developed a list of those items, and I think we're trying to include it in the request for the wastewater treatment expansion, because I think it's, because everything right now is operating out there on manual. There's nothing operating on automatic, and I think this list, like you say, identifies rather extensive, but I think if they went through and tried to identify everything that is a problem that needs to be addressed right now, and I think it's.
Well, and then even like an annual checklist, when the maintenance is
And now it
performed.
kind of seems like, oh, grant, you don't get this grant renewed. Well, you start patching because you're waiting on the grant. You don't want to spend a whole lot of money, but that can put you a little further back.
Well, sooner or later, that's gonna bite us.
Yeah.
It's gonna bite us on a Christmas day or an Easter day. We can't get nothing.
That's what I have Vern out there doing. I still even get it there fixed. Get it up to it. That's where we're at. Other than that, that's about all I have.
You know what happened over here Sunday night? Brad, have you spoken to Al?
Brad.
At First Street Pump. So,
That one's been dragging up for some reason. They've had to pull it last month twice. What they're flushing.
I didn't get back with Al, but I know there was a problem with it. They were backed up there at Palm Avenue. Thank you, Brad.
Anybody else got anything for Brad? Okay, thank you, Brad.
Oh, I did. The clay, we are getting clay for the ball field probably next week. County said they was good.
Did the switch come in for the basketball courts?
Yes.
Are they in?
But we can have to.
Okay. All right, thank you, Brad. Item number 7, approval of the bills in the amount of $75,530.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Alicia,
Second.
seconded by Brad. Any discussion?
I have a question on that.
Yes, ma'am.
On this Amazon Capital Service, a phone case. What's the phone case for?
It's for the new phone that we had to get for the water plant guys so that they don't damage it. It's cheaper to buy it there than Verizon. They're like $40 on Verizon.
Okay, anybody, anything else? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries unanimously. All right, citizen comments. General concerns, speakers are limited to 3 minutes. Going once, going twice. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Okay, I have an outstanding water bill here. Evidently, I had a major water leak at Dad's old boiler. I've been gone to Orlando, so we weren't aware of it.
Mhm.
I have,
Can you state your
Clyde-
name just so we
yes, I'm
have it on
sorry,
record?
Leah Harvey.
Okay,
I have Clyde Johnson coming out tomorrow to fix the water leak. We did find where it was at when we got home. I come up and seen her yesterday to figure out what I need to do about as far as this bill. I want to see if I can set up a payment plan on it to get it caught up. My only concern is they come and cut the water off when I found out that it was $1,400. Now it's $1,641. If the water was cut off in the place, I don't know how I have another bill added onto this.
It's the late fee and the reconnection fee. I can answer that one for you.
Okay. So that all total is gonna be 16.
Yes, ma'am.
41, okay. I need to see what I can do about that. If I would have known, if I would have been home, knew there was a leak there, I probably could have got a hold of it earlier, but I have not been home. He's on a liver transplant list and we've been back and forth. to Orlando. So I was not aware of it. We're in the process of getting that old trailer out of there. You know, and I'm probably gonna have problems until I do get that trailer out of there, but we were not aware of the leak. Now, the month before that, I did have a bill for 300 and something. We did try to find a leak then, but we didn't see where the leak was anywhere.
Was it on the inside of the
It's
trailer?
on the inside of the old trailer, yes.
I think that much water, somebody would have seen a lake or something.
It was
like that.
running straight through the air vent underneath the
Okay.
trailer. That's what we seen yesterday. You can see where the floors are buckled in there, but like I said, I have not been home. I just got somebody out there and, Pastor David is coming to fix it for me tomorrow.
Okay,
But I'm gonna have to get my water back on because I have my dad and him, and we've been staying in LaBelle until we do get this water situation taken care of. So that's why I'm here.
I advised her, just like I have with the other people, that if you'll give me the okay, I can work out a payment arrangement with her.
I'm good
I'm
with
fine
that.
with that.
You need a motion, Steve?
No.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that.
Thank you so much.
And then Ashley will get with you and let you know.
Okay, well, I need him to fix that water leak first, and then I'll come up and see you and we'll get everything taken care of.
Mhm.
I mean, even if I have to go ahead and pay the late fee or whatever, you know, to get it disconnected back or get it connected back on, I'll do that.
You want it back on now, or you want to wait till it's
After he gets that,
Okay, so I'll wait to hear from you and then we'll work out.
he's supposed to fix it tomorrow, so I'm hoping to
Okay.
come back up and see you Thursday.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right, I appreciate y'all.
No problem.
Covered.
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone else? Going once, going twice. All right. Mayor and council to give reports. Sean?
I have one thing. Any information on the extra storage for the ladies in the office or expansion on it? We talk about that. You
Yeah, we
said the
haven't-
shed is out.
We haven't
So-
decided.
Yeah, I think both options that were presented has been turned down, so, I think what we're going to, it was mentioned, you know, possibly, you know, either remodeling City Hall or the new one kind of thing, but that's a long-term project.
Right.
As far as the grant, we'll probably just go ahead and try to close out with, getting, some hardening type things, like, for example, like getting a generator, doing some ADA, changes up front. That thing, and that will probably consume the grant or use the grant, a little bit of grant money that we have in that project. And then we'll have to get longer term, I think you mentioned before about what we want to do with City Hall. You know, you're gonna,
So
you know,
even if we do the generator and the other part, so then we wouldn't have enough money to do a shed anywhere or anything? Or,
Do we actually need a shed? I mean, is the old firehouse just not big enough?
What happened to the room over there? That's,
it's still there. I mean, we got it.
It's there, you're gonna run out of room there. There's not
Yeah.
enough.
It's not, I did some, I did some rearranging there today, basically I took everything that was on the floor. And I put it off the floor, there was some water coming in some more, but anyway, we fixed that, I fixed that today. But it's not a lot of room, everything is, I stocked everything is about the capacity.
How high is the walls?
Them high
I'm
walls,
6 foot,
yeah.
Exactly.
is there documents in there that can be shredded, or is it all things that have to be stayed?
To my knowledge, what is in there is the permanent documents that cannot be shredded. I haven't had a chance to go down there and dig through deep into it. I know right before I came, I was told that Maxine had a shredding company come in and shred what could be shredded.
Right.
And nothing has been moved down there since I started. It's all here. So everything that's here has to stay still. And all the stuff that's down there, to my knowledge, is permanent documents.
It's pretty much full.
And you hate to put something down there when you say it's water on the floor.
Yeah, that's why we haven't moved anything down there, because I did not want,
Nothing's on the
Any
floor
kind
anymore,
of
no more
issues.
documents, I made sure nothing is on the floor anymore, everything is stocked up like, you know, actually done that one.
Mhm.
So all this,
When they shredded
but
the thing.
it's
It's maxed out.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna, they got some old stuff, I mean, some old stuff.
The
I don't
box,
know of anything that has
were the boxes labeled permanent or anything?
There's some
Like at Lays
labels on the front
Electric, we
of
used to write
I
them
mean, it's some label
permanent.
on the front of them, there's some papers that I don't, it's some stuff from, I don't know how long ago, how many years ago, but it's some old stuff.
I know not too long after I started, I did go down there and look, and that room was a disaster. It had become a storage for everything
Everything
except
and
for
everything.
records. So you couldn't see what was in there. So
Right.
now that I know it's kind of make heads or tails of,
But you
see if
still
I can-
need the last two. What do you suggest to keep documents here close by? 2 years? Or
the
3
current year audit that we're in, and the current year that we're in for sure, and any kind of contracts and stuff like that, we need to have easy on
On
hand.
hand.
Yeah. But anything else, we can move down there. We had already talked about once we could get that room straightened out, if there's room, taking all these filing cabinets I have not been filing in because they're so stuffed full. I have a whole thing beside my desk that I just have to dig through until I get these
Mhm.
filing cabinets moved in there, but I don't want to fill them up to try to move them in there.
Right.
So we want to try to take all those filing cabinets out of that room, had move them down there except for like the contracts and stuff that are in the one filing cabinet. And then that room will be opened up to be able to put new filing in. But I just wasn't sure. Go ahead, Keith.
Now, in that first room, you know, when that first room you come in, they got some of my little stuff up in there.
Mhm.
Then we was talking about taking some of that stuff out and still putting some of that stuff in, so that room is still available.
Okay,
So we still can file some more stuff in that room too. This,
so
So you've got a room,
yeah, we just
For-
got.
for now.
I've already it's organized real well. She probably been down in a while, but it's organized. It's like a couch in there, something, nothing major. And we can pull all that stuff out and we can start stacking how you want to stack in that one room. Soon you come in. That's no lock and key. That's on me and
So we needed,
so that's basically, you know.
that's, and under lock and key with only certain people having a key, because then it becomes another thing where people just pile stuff in there. That was the issue before. So.
and it has to be air conditioned, or
Yes.
it has to be
All this-
moisture.
yeah, all
Yes,
this right.
that's why that's another thing. We need to put a new AC in down there, which I think it was just a window unit, right?
Yeah.
So we can just get another window unit and put that in there if that's the case. Or maybe, one of those split systems to be able to do both rooms.
Okay.
So like I said, if we, as far as using the grant, we can go and look at doing the backup generator and some ADA
For here.
issues, or ADA things that's already been identified, some small changes. That will pretty well eat up that grant. And then like I said, the longer term, we can look at what we're gonna do with City Hall. I mean,
Well, me personally, y'all can do what you want down there, but you ain't putting no up here, messing up the park. Y'all can forget that. All right, anybody get, Sean, you through?
I'm done. Thank you.
Alicia,
I don't have anything.
Marcus?
no,
Wait, I do got one thing.
It must be that chair. 'Cause I know somebody else used to sit there using that same thing.
I don't
Have
know
no
where you
chair.
used to sit here, but, oh, you did. I was about to say, hold on now.
Don't say nothing, Jake. I'll throw you out.
Talking about the sewer and the plant and everything. I know this is not the meeting for it, but I would like for us to really voice our opinion and our concerns at the next meeting about how we feel. However you feel, just voice your opinion. That's all I have.
Well, I think we've got to do something. 'Cause we're fixed to get it. No, we're not fixed to. We are in a
We
critical
are,
mess down
we
there.
are already there, yes.
And Steve said it earlier, and we've all kind of discussed it. We're at a point now where we need to stop this reacting and patching, and let's just keep it going until tomorrow. That needs to stop. Let's go ahead and come up with some solutions before we have problems. Because it's gonna get us where it's 4th of July weekend, or it's Challenger weekend, or something major going on, and the whole city is down.
If CAPFA loans the money to the authority, would that then impact our grant? Where if we were awarded a grant and we had done something that was encompassed in the grant, that money will be taken away from the city or the authority or not, do you know?
Yeah, the grant's not gonna fund anything you've done already.
So if we have like a broader, well, putting aside, I know we're waiting for a decision, but like in the future, we put like a broader wish list in the grant. So this way, if something comes up that we need to address right now, we're not necessarily worried about losing that money. We have the money available that we could, at least loan it to the
Like I said,
authority.
it has to be a loan.
I advocate for trying to, but yeah, so in that context, because we could get these things done.
Which is why we've had Greg and folks identify everything that's wrong over there.
Shot.
Yeah, that's shot, to bring it up to current, what it should be currently, kind of thing, so that amount's been identified. That, I mean, for, like I said, obviously, we probably, even if we do get the grant, you're not gonna get 100% of it, so.
I understand.
So that shortfall, like you say, may be something that's good for our loan. Kind of thing. But that's an issue, we have with the sewer though, is that, the way the interlocal agreement reads, that revenues are supposed to support doing those
And it
improvements
doesn't.
kind of thing. When's the last time we had
Right,
a rate increase?
right. And we talked about that last
And-
meeting,
and-
but we never scheduled.
We've got them working on doing the rates.
But at least we have the funds to loan and it doesn't put the burden on the citizens to get a rate increase and we still take care of the problem. And then maybe in the future, there could be a maintenance list
Mhm.
that's real time
Preventative.
that everybody could look at as opposed to then hearing about it, over in crisis mode.
Mhm. I mean, even Al said himself at the last meeting when he was here about air compressors, he's been putting a Band-Aid on everything because of the grant. Well,
But we don't know
We don't
about
know
it. My problem is we don't hear
and we
about it
don't hear
until
about
we're
it
in
till
critical,
yes,
It may rain.
Condition.
yes, yes,
know.
I agree.
as opposed to, hey, 6 months before.
Right. And there's no preventative maintenance, I
Yeah.
feel like.
But we also, the other side of the problem is we may have problems servicing that line too. Because, we're currently, we funded, membranes, the aeration panels, all that.
There's
stuff.
3 loans from CATFA
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
CCDA
No,
right
I
now.
understand.
We can't service those either from a cash flow perspective.
Well, and maybe speaking off cuff here, but it's maybe time the county throws in a little bargaining power here too, be partners when it's us funding everything, but when y'all want to be partners,
But it's their plan.
it's their plan, right?
Are we reorganizing at the next meeting?
We have to,
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm not trying to be rude to the county, but at the same
I
time,
I feel like.
I think we need to go back to that interlocal agreement and
It
renegotiate.
needs to
Yeah.
be changed.
It's
Yeah.
Well, I mean-
it's a poison pill from the city side.
I've just noticed on a bunch of things where we're in partners, quote unquote, with the county. We're partners when we're fitting the bill, but when we ain't fitting the bill, we ain't partners. So exactly. I'm fixing to go off in some deep waters I don't want to get into. All right, Lisa, you got anything else?
No, that's it.
Are you sure now?
Yep. I'm-
All right, Mark, Brad. All right. I do have something. I got contact. At least I'm gonna give you one more chance before I do this.
I might speak after you, but I don't know
Okay.
yet.
I was contacted the other night about the donation we had budgeted for Reefs Across America. Can we I think it was $500. Do y'all have a problem with us donating $500 to Reefs Across America?
I asked about that. I don't think we line item Reefs Across America. Isn't that right?
I think we did a miscellaneous
We had missed
line.
it.
So,
And
that's
we have money still budgeted in the miscellaneous for donations?
I think so.
I'm all for it then.
Need a motion.
Motion.
Motion by Sean, seconded by Mark, donate $500 to Reefs Across America.
Don't look at that one.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries
We
5 to
already did
0.
it.
Okay, got that one done.
It's about to-
Got that done.
Yeah.
Update on code enforcement. We didn't get a report this month. How are we with any goods, any bads, any problems that we need to discuss?
I told him to hold off.
Push, and find some more to push. So, Fourth Street, Fourth, and I guess that's F. Are we getting anywhere with that? About there by the Fourth Street apartments to the west. Full-time job, I'm sure. Okay.
They'll clean it one day, it'd be nice, and the next day it's.
Now, are we, in a case like that, we're writing citations, right? Or we're documenting.
Say that. Are they getting citations?
I'm talking to people.
Is it a
who
homestead
do work.
property?
One day
They
it could
know-
be, it could be right there. Paper
It could be
everywhere.
drug dealers coming down there dumping stuff. It could be. It's everything.
Which property?
Fifth Street.
Fourth
There's
and
vacant
Fourth
properties
and
there.
F.
They
There's
can start doing citations. I mean, talk
Is
to
it,
them.
is it a homestead property or no?
We've talked about this thing for 2 years. It's
different
the
people.
apartments, it's the trailer right there on the corner.
Rentals and stuff.
Well, you know, any property that's not a homestead property, in other words, owned by the violator as their homestead, you put a lien on it, it's a lien. A homestead property, yeah, that's a loophole, but once we get the mechanism going, there's a process for the repeat violators for immediate action. So
Well, you gotta have a paper trail. And another thing, quit worrying about Pringle. Do it ourselves. If he don't wanna deal with you, you make the call. I'm tired of dealing with him.
I'm gonna send them an
Because-
email tomorrow.
And Steve, I'm not picking on you.
No, I understand.
But I'm tired of getting the phone calls and people complaining about the way the city looks. And all I can say is, well, we're working on it. We're working on it. But yet they watch these videos of these meetings and they listen to the tapes, and WAFC plays us every 3 days. We're on there. And that's all we're saying. Oh, we're talking to them. We're talking to them. But sometimes you got to quit talking.
Well, I have the contract, so
Well,
I'll put it on the
If
agenda
Richard
for the
don't
next
want it,
meeting.
if Richard's too tied up doing whatever Richard's doing to get back to you, do it yourself.
Okay. Put it on the agenda.
That's my opinion. I think.
Was that was the purpose of going with the county for cost?
To be a little bit cost effective.
Because then we could split the county
Exactly.
with the city.
But what,
And do it at the courthouse.
Right,
Where we have good media,
right.
reliable media, administrative law judge, and we don't care where the
Right.
judge is from,
Mhm.
because you can do it by Zoom,
right.
and you're, in my mind, much more efficient
Right,
than,
been here.
but
But
It's
it's
like-
drag and
it's like
drag
200,
and drag.
like $211 an hour, I think currently. And we wouldn't need it every month, but I was thinking like every other month
Yeah.
would work for the city. And then just automatically, when you cite, they have a court date. And if
Mhm.
they don't clean it up by the court date, then it goes to court, because we have a fixed court date for the year. That's my goal. But if you guys want to just go at it and we set it up to.
Well, I
for the
mean,
year,
we start pushing it
Sure.
because evidently Richard's got whatever Richard does. It's to the point now where, as I said earlier tonight, we're all business partners and while we're fitting the bill, but while they're, once we start pushing it, maybe they'll ramp up, say, hey, the city's trying to do something. I think we got some county commissioners now that will see what we're trying to do, and maybe they'll push him a little bit.
Well, what I'll do is I'll send them an email tomorrow that I've been instructed to move forward with the contract. So if they're gonna join, they need to join,
Mhm.
or they could catch up to us at some point.
Right.
So, just do that.
Then that might be something there again. I know CCPW ain't where we need to mention some of this, but
But maybe it is.
maybe it is.
If I can add something to that, what I've been noticing, is we've had a few phone calls, hey, you didn't get my dumpster. Yeah, we picked your dumpster up, but I guess last night, now that these people can't have extra garbage, they filled your dumpster up last night.
Right.
And then you get a phone call next day, you did a dumpster up yesterday. Yeah, we did. Now people are catching on, hey, you're gonna charge me, so no. We'll go fill somebody's dumpster up.
Well, maybe we need to, look into some kind of drive cam system for our truck, so we have backup.
We looked at the chain and stuff behind
I got that.
the agape down here because people were getting it.
Mhm.
And so we may have to go to locking, people want dumpsters, they're gonna have to work with us and lock their dumpsters. They're piling stuff around it, on top of it.
Yeah.
Well, if they call and y'all have already serviced it, we're charging them a fee to dump it
But it's
again.
not people that
That's not really fair to the people,
Yeah.
yeah.
are fairly the person that owns the dumpster.
Right, someone else is dumping us.
You're dumping in our dumpster out here.
Yeah.
And we even have signs out there and they're still doing it.
Mhm.
It's just worse.
And that one at the Doyle Connor building, God knows they tear that one up down there.
Everything there.
All right,
Yeah.
well, I didn't want to wade off them waters but we needed to. Okay. Does anyone have anything else? Alicia, I'm gonna give you one more chance. Sean?
I'm good.
All right. Discuss financial statement if needed. One last thing, and then I'm gonna go to item 11. Brad, please tell your guys. I watched them the other day, doing a great job where they were at, but tell them the city of Moorhaven has got to start looking better. It's not terrible, but it could always be better. And keep watching, keep on them. If it ain't right, make it right. And we're gonna, after February, we're gonna discuss the park and ball fields guy. And I've got some ideas for that gentleman. So anybody want to go to item 11?
Make a motion.
Motion by Alicia, seconded by Sean. Any discussion? All in favor?
Fine.